Hey everyone, so I figured this would be a lot easier. You can press pause and you can review all the information that I'm going to bombard you with. If you have questions, let me just say you can email me, text me anytime. My email is aforbes, Forbes, 01 at Cleveland State. And my phone number is 423-617-8463. I'm kind of going to go over a few guidelines first, go over the layout of the day, and then get into assignments of the day. So first, let me say you can wear whatever you want helping this, but please don't make it political. American flag or whatever is fine, but this is not a day to show your political affiliation. It is simply a voter registration drive, so please just be aware of that. I was told to reiterate that to you, so I am. Don't wear anything inappropriate, and by inappropriate, you know what that means. Nothing that has foul language on it, or even anything that could be remotely considered faux pas. Don't do it. Please don't do it. They will have my head on a stake. So, that being said, also, like I put in my email, we are going to be having a drawing for some prizes. Only say drawing. Do not say raffle. Do not say raffle. It is against the law. It's unlawful. The Secretary of State's going to be there. It's going to look really, really, really bad on us. And with the media being present, it would also further look bad upon us if we do it that way. So don't say raffle. It's not a raffle. It's a drawing. You can say drawing, not a raffle. And know that the voter part of this, the voter registration, and we have a voter simulation. We have a voter simulation booth. That aspect of this day is not associated in any way with either the drawing or the hashtag contest. So just be aware of that. I just needed to get all my bases covered. So that being said, I'm going to go over the layout of the day really quick. Okay, so here is the diagram. And I'm just going to show you the whole area first. I don't know if and then I will go in detail over it. Okay, so this is by the doors by the bookstore. We're going to have two tables that are going to be the voter registration tables. If you are doing those tables, please be engaging. Ask students to, hey, have you registered to vote? You know, we have a lot of students that just came from high school that may have not registered to vote. So please ask them, ask faculty, ask staff. You know, there may be some older people that have not registered to vote, and that's fine. We just need to get them registered to vote if we have not. So please, if you're at those tables, please be engaging. Please talk to students and ask them, hey, have you registered to vote? Good morning, good afternoon, whatever. So that being said, and they should have instructions with them on the table, and if they do not, it is pretty self-explanatory. They just fill out the part that they're supposed to fill out. They may have to have a valid form of ID. I'm not entirely sure. They may just have to have like a driver's license or something of that nature. But I know for sure when they go to vote they do. So just say when they're leaving, hey, make sure when you go to vote in November that you have a valid form of ID. So just say something of that nature. Be engaging when they come in. Be engaging when they go out. Also be sure to say, hey, check out the rest of our area. That will help us out a lot. The next area is a voter simulation booth. Like I said, a lot of people probably haven't voted, And even if they are registered to vote, they may have never voted before. They don't know the ins and outs. So if you are doing that, just be engaging. Help people out. And Larry Burns knows the ins and outs of that. I'm going to have him going around that day and helping. And he's going to, like I said, he's going to be in and out. So he will be showing you in and out the ropes of that. Be engaging. Just be like, hey, would you like to see what it's like to vote? At every table, please be engaging. Do not sit there like a bump on the log. Engage, engage, engage. I cannot say that enough. The next one is the Cleveland State backdrop. And what the student that is going to be running that is going to be doing is they're going to be taking the students that are coming in, their cell phones, and they're going to be taking photos of them. Just a quick photo, quick selfie. Well, it wouldn't be a selfie. Quick photo of them in front of this backdrop, and they'll be holding these little, well, they're not little, but canvases that say the hashtags, because we are having a hashtag contest. You can say that. Hey, we're having a hashtag contest, and if you post this to social media and take it to the Prove It table, then we will get you a Coke, a drink. You'll get a drink if you post it with the 2 hashtags that we have. The hashtags are Go Vote Tennessee and Manly's 5 from 65 votes. That's a lot to remember, so that's why I'm putting it on the canvases. You can just say, post it with those 2 hashtags right there. If you go over to our Prove It table, which is over here, across the way, and they'll give you a drink. So you can say all that while you're taking the picture beforehand. Like I said, please be engaging. So that being said, we're also going to have a student that just kind of stands in the middle and is going to help do all the directing. So the person that is doing that, you probably have the hardest job of all that day. You're going to be helping direct people from the backdrop to the Prove It table. From the Prove It table, help filter them over to like the new building and the books table to the TV table. Just moving them everywhere so that they're not all clustered in one area. Having them go to the voter registration booths. So just be aware of that. So that being said, I'm going to go from the backdrop to the Prove It table. The Prove It table is right there in front of the conference room. The person that's running that, you're going to have, you're just going to have them show you where they posted it on social media. They can just show you their phone just real quick and have them pick out a drink. They can get a drink doing that. You're going to have strips of paper. And on the back of the strips of paper, they're going to put their name, their email, and their cell phone. That is how we're going to get in contact with them. If they go to all these tables and get signatures, well, the TV table won't have anybody there, but the 2000s will be the last one. If they go to all those tables, get signatures at every one, bring it back to you, then they will be entered in a drawing for prizes. Those prizes will be on a table right next to you. You don't have to do anything else with them. Just stick them in a pile, or I'll have a basket that you can stick them in once they complete it. But just be sure to tell them that. Like I said, engage. Say, if you go to all these tables and just listen to them real quick and get signatures, and then bring it back to me, we'll enter you in a drawing for some really cool prizes. Like I said, the voter registration booth and the voter simulation booth, not part of that. They cannot be a part of that. and it will not be a part of that. So people that are doing the voter registration booths, if somebody brings you one of those papers, just say, oh, we're not part of that. You can just go ahead and take it over to the prove it table. Do not sign it. If they will really be a stickler about that. We're going to have a lot of people there that day that are going to be watching us. So please just make sure that you're doing that. And also, like I said, say drawing. Do not say raffle. Okay. So right next to the prove it table is the 60s table. The 60s table is going to have, well, the 60s, 70s, the new buildings and books, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. At those tables, what is going to happen is you're going to have a script. So you don't have to memorize it. While the Secretary of State is there, or if any other the representatives are there, I would like you to read that out loud. You can just read it, but don't just sound like this. Don't sound monotone. Just try to be excited about it, because it is very exciting. We're the only college that's throwing this big event, so be excited about it. You're also going to have objects that are donated by the Art League on every table. Those have been here since the beginning. So those are just used as objects of to stimulate conversation. So they will be really unusual objects. Just have them look at it and just say, this has been in the art department since the very beginning of Cleveland State. And that will be at the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s table. So there will only be 5 objects. But that's what that's for. Just say, this has been here from the beginning. It's really cool. It was donated by the Art League. So that will be, like I said, the same for 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. The floor... Okay, the new building and books, those are going to be the 2 books written about Cleveland State, and it's going to have the plans for the new archway that we are going to be doing construction on for Cleveland State. It's also going to have kind of like a coming soon type of thing. We're going to get a lot of new buildings. So if you're running that table, what you're going to say is, thanks to the individuals that voted and vied, we now have Cleveland State. And now, thanks to the individuals that voted and vied to the state, we got a grant, and we're going to get a lot of new buildings, and we're going to get a lot of new things. So that's why it's important to vote. So every table, make sure you reiterate that without voting, we wouldn't have Cleveland State. Without voting, we wouldn't have got the grant. We wouldn't be getting new buildings. Without voting for local leaders, we won't have playgrounds. We won't have schools. We won't have splash pads. We won't have, good hospitals. Just be aware that, like, any kind of improvement that goes into a city, that is from your vote. So that's why your vote counts. And it doesn't have to be something as big as the presidential election. The election for, like, the governor and representatives, that's going to be in November. So that's why it's such a big deal. So be aware of that, and I would love for you to say that, reiterate that a lot during the day. So just to recap, 2 voter registration booths, the simulation booth, CSCC backdrop. This is a TV that's going to be on a loop. It is called the Cleveland State Story. It has also been here from the beginning. We found that in the archives, and it was given to Larry Burns, and so that's going to be playing just for people to watch. This is a mic stand that myself, Dr. Seymour, and some of the representatives that are going to come, that they're going to be doing speeches in the beginning. Then if we're going to go around that way, we're going to do, this is the 2000s table, the 90s table, the 80s table. Down here is the new building and books table, the 70s table, and the 60s table. And then finally you have the prove it table with the prize table right there next to it. So I think I have gone over everything in regards to that. I'm sorry, I know that is very long, but I just want to make sure that everybody knows what they're going to be doing. Oh, and just so you see the whole thing, okay? And the person that's going to be directing is going to be right there in the middle. So like I said, everybody's going to be engaging, and the person that's directing, just make sure you are sending the students that are coming in. We're getting several classes that are coming all at once. So make sure that you are sending them to all the different areas. When the day starts at 10, I'm going to be opening up, and then I'm going to be handing the mic off to Dr. Seymour, and then Dr. Seymour is going to be handing it to the Secretary of State. If, say, like, Senator Mike Bell comes, or any of the others that are in elected positions already, if they come, they will also be giving remarks. So as long as that's going on, we don't have to be doing anything, because all eyes will be on that. But once that starts, the director, that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be helping filter everyone to different areas so that we're not all congested. It needs to flow. So please, please, please understand that. And like I said, if you have any questions, concerns, whatever, please text me, please email me. Another thing, if you have signed up, please be there on time, because we don't have anybody else. We don't have anybody to fill your spot at all in any way. What we have is what we have. We also need more for the 10 a.m. slot. So if you know anybody from 10 to 10:30, we need more bodies for that. So if you know of anybody that would be willing to do that, please, please, please send them my way. I would greatly appreciate it. And also, if I understand things happen, wrecks, deaths, just sickness, whatever it may be, if you are not going to be there that day, please let me know. Please let me know. Email me or text me. It will immediately come to me, and I will immediately respond to you, and I will get it. I will try to fill in as needed. Please don't just not show up. We will have a sign-in sheet when you come in. Just put your name and the time you come in. It's going to be at the very back of the prize table, so it'll be closest to the conference room. But just put your name and the time that you come in, and you'll know. I'm going to tell you here in a second where you're going to go, so you'll know ahead of time where you're going to go. And when you are leaving, please sign out. Please, please, please be on top of that. I know that I'm asking a lot, and I appreciate it so much, but that's what I need. I need to be on top of that. Okay, so assignments from 10 a.m. to 10:30. I only have enough people to do some things, so voter registration booth and the voter simulation booth will be Sharon Spriggs. I only have enough people to run one booth, and I'm sorry, Sharon, you'll have to kind of look over the simulation booth as well. Hopefully Larry will be there, and if he is, then maybe we can get him to do the simulation booth. The backdrop and kind of directing, we're all going to be doing directing at this time from the 10 to 10:30. We may go, the introduction from myself, Dr. Seymour, and Secretary of State might last 10 minutes, might last 15 minutes, but we just need to be prepared for whenever everyone's done speaking at the mic stand to go to our places and to be ready to go, because I'm sure Dr. Seymour and the Secretary of State will be walking around just trying to see what we got going on. So like I said, be engaging, and everyone at this time is going to be directing. So that's another thing. We need to know where we're going to go, what we're going to be doing. The backdrop will be Carrie Silvers, so you'll be taking the pictures and again directing. The 60s table will be me. Emily Rose Ballard will be the 70s table. I don't have anybody for the 80s table yet. Hopefully that will be remedied, and if not, then Emily, myself, or Crystal Noble, we might have to kind of do both. So just please work with me and be flexible. I'm so sorry. I'm working on that. Crystal Noble, you will be doing the 90s table, and Hunter Amlung, you'll be doing the 2000s table. The books and new buildings table, and also the Prove It table will be Atari Patel. And like I said, I'm working really hard trying to get some people filled in so that we can spread out. If we do have it spread out, then Atari, you will be doing the Prove It table. Hunter, you'll be doing the 2000s. Crystal, you'll be doing the 90s. We would have somebody for the 80s at that point. Emily Rose, you'll be doing the 70s. I'll be doing the 60s. Carrie, you'll still be taking the pictures. I would have somebody directing at that point. I'd have somebody for the voter registry or voter simulation booth. So Sharon, you would be doing the voter registration booth. And then I would have another person doing it as well. So that is only if we get enough people, but I won't know until Monday. And so you won't know until coming in to it, or I would send out an email letting you know. So that again is from 10 to 10:30. 10:30, I will have Carrie Silvers as a voter registration table. Hunter Amlung will be voter registration table. Crystal Noble will be the simulation booth. Aaliyah Cranmer will be doing the pictures. Jacob Plunkett will be directing traffic. Madeline Hill will be 60s. Zach Dupree will be 70s. Julia Fox will be 80s. Brian Hammer will be 90s. And Lauren Madrid will be 2000s. The books and new buildings table will be Emily Rose Ballard. And the Prove It table will be Sharon Spriggs. And I will also be helping direct traffic. So we will also be getting Courtney Christensen when she comes in from doctor's appointment. And if so, then we can supplement her where it's needed. That will be from 10:30 to 11. At 11, Sharon Spriggs, I'm going to need you to go take a break because you're going to be there all day and you can't do it without a break. So Sharon Spriggs will be taking a break. Julia Fox will be doing voter registration table. Emily Rose Ballard will be doing voter registration table. Lauren Madrid will be doing simulation booth. Brian Hammer will be doing backdrop. You'll be taking the pictures. I will be directing traffic. Trey Walker, you'll be doing 60s table. Carrie Silvers will be doing 70s. Madeline Hill will be doing 80s. Zach Dupree will be doing 90s. And Jacob Plunkett, you'll be doing the 2000s table. Hunter Amlung, you'll be doing the books and new buildings table. And Aaliyah Cranmer, you'll be doing the Prove It table. Okay. That is from 11 to 11:30. At 11:30, Sharon Spriggs, you'll be coming back. And if you get done before that, that's fine. You can come back. At 11:30, Carrie Silvers, you'll be taking a break. The voter registration table will be Trey Walker. The other one will be Madeline Hill. And just for reference, when I say these, and you know what, the sign-in sheets, how about I just do them at your assigned spot? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do one for people that are helping engage at the prize table. like that are going canvassing the campus. And then if you are assigned to a spot, then I will have your name at that assigned spot, and then you just give me your initials. We'll do that. And what I was saying is, like, Trey, you will be here. Madeline, you'll be here at 11:30. If you get what I'm saying. Zach Dupree will be at the voter simulation booth. David O will be taking the pictures, and Lauren Madrid, you'll be directing traffic. Cassie Blackburn, you will be doing the 60s table. Aaliyah Cranmer, you'll be doing the 70s. Sharon Spriggs, you'll be doing 80s. Jacob Plunkett, you'll be doing 90s. And I will be doing 2000s. Julia Fox, you'll be doing the books and new building table. And Brian Hammer, you will be doing the prove it table. And I realize that a lot of you are Carindale students, and I just want to say thank you so much for stepping up and helping. And I don't know what time you get out of class. I thought she said 12:50, but if you're going 10:30 to 12:50, that's a really long time, so she might have meant 11:50. So, if you leave, that's fine. If you could stay till 12 when the next shift comes on, I don't know if you can or not, but if you could, that'd be great. If not, I completely understand. And we'll deal with that as that comes. So, if you do have the specifics on that, whether you guys get out, that's Madeline Hill, Zach Dupree, Lauren Madrid, Aaliyah Cranmer, Jacob Plunkett, Julia Fox, and Brian Hammer. Let me know what time you guys get out of Carindale's class, and so I can kind of work that in. Okay, so at 12 o'clock, Julia Fox, you're going to take a break, and Carrie Silvers is going to come back. Again, Carrie, you can come back before that if you so choose. Kaveri Patel, I am so sorry. I probably absolutely butchered your name, so please, I'm so sorry. Voter registration booth will be Kaveri Patel. Amanda Garrod will be doing the other one. Carrie Silvers, you'll be doing the simulation booth. Alyssa Trailer, you'll be taking the pictures. I will be directing traffic. Dr. Ryan Thompson, you'll be doing 60s. Madison, you'll be doing 70s. Cassie Blackburn, you'll be doing 80s. America, you'll be doing 90s. Hannah Hall, you'll be doing 2000s. Sharon Spriggs, you'll be doing the books and new buildings table. And David, you'll be doing the prove it table. That is from 12 to 12:30. Okay, at 12:15, I realized that Cassie, you and David have to go to a meeting. So at 12:15, Katina Green, you will be taking over for Cassie Blackburn at the 80s table. And Julia Fox, I know you only got a 15-minute break, and I'm so sorry. I can give you 15 minutes if you need another 15 minutes a little bit later. But at that point, I would need you to take over for David so he can go to a meeting at the prove it table. Okay, and 12:30, I will have Madison at the voter registration booth, Hannah Hall at the voter registration booth, Julia Fox at the simulation booth, Kaveri Patel, you're going to be taking the pictures. Sharon Spriggs, I'm going to have you direct traffic. Heather Brewer is going to be doing the 60s table. And if Heather is not back from her meeting, then I will be supplementing in for her. And if she is there, then Julia, if you want another break, I'll fill in for you at that point. Alyssa Trailer, you'll be doing the 70s. Katina Green, you'll be doing the 80s. All right. You'll still be doing the 80s. And then David, I'm going to need you at the 90s. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change that. Sorry. Katina, I will move you to... Okay. Sorry. Okay. Let's start this one over. At 12:30, Madison will be doing voter registration. Hannah Hall will be also doing voter registration. Katina Green, you'll be doing voter simulation booth. Kaveri, you'll be doing the pictures. Sharon Spriggs directing. Heather Brewer will be doing the 60s. If she's not there, I will be. And if she is there, then I'll be stepping in for Julia. Alyssa Trailer, you'll be doing 70s. Julia, I'll have you doing the 80s. And if Heather's back and you need a break, I will do the 80s for you. David, I will have you do the 90s. If you're not back, then Hunter Amlung, I'll need you to take over for him until he is back. And then if he is back, then I'll need you to help Sharon direct traffic, please. Dr. Ryan Thompson, I'll have you do the 2000s. America, I'll have you do the books and new buildings. And Carrie Silvers, I'm going to have you do the prove it table. And that is going to be from 12:30 to 1. And at that point, we're going to be done. And once that's over, I'm going to need like 8 to 10 of you. Or, you know what, not even that. I'll have maybe like 3 to 5 of you stay over if you can to help clean up a little bit and also to draw students' names. I'm not going to do that. I would like some of you to do that. So that is all that I have. I know that it was a lot and I apologize for that, but like I said, if you have any questions, concerns, please email me. Please text me, whatever that you need to do to get a hold of me. Please do that. I answer fairly quickly. So yeah, that is all that I have at this time. So I am excited. Dr. Seymour's excited. Dr. Stokes is excited. So I hope that we pull this off with a hitch and without a hitch. Sorry, I can't speak today. If you need anything, let me know, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.